Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Harry's Highlights. On this video, we're going to talk about the book Limitless. Now, this is by Jim Quick. So this is all about understanding how to achieve your full potential. It's talking about how everyone is on the journey to realizing their full potential. Just some of us take longer than others, some of us don't get there, and some of us are simply doing things that are basically sabotaging us from achieving it. So, Limitless is all about understanding what are our limiting beliefs, what are the ways that we do things, where are we lacking motivation, what are some of the areas that we can improve on to help us achieve our full potential, achieve everything that we were designed to do. And it's what I'm talking about is the philosophies in it and the understanding behind it all, how it's about understanding more about the limits that we put on ourselves, whether that be because of negative self-talk, whether it be because of other people, whether that be because of our environment, whether because of just the way that we've grown up. But it's about identifying those limiting beliefs, those restrictions that we've put on ourselves mentally, and then opening them up, and then finding ways to keep them open. So what I want to talk about there is about understanding. One is about having the bad habit of shrinking goals and desires down to your mind instead of expanding your mind to fit in all the amazing opportunities. See, another version of it is that too many people think of they have all their goals, dreams and desires, aspirations that they want to achieve one day, and then this is their life. And instead of bringing their life up to their goals, dreams, desires and things they want to achieve, they instead bring their goals, dreams and things they want to achieve down to where their life is. So unfortunately, it might mean that you achieve a lot of your goals and things like that, but the success that you experience, the happiness that you feel, is much, much less. And if you set your goals high and you brought your life up there. And there's different reasons why people don't do this, why people have these restrictions on themselves. Some might be that they feel like they're not good enough, or other people have told them they're not good enough. Maybe they feel like based on their environment or the situation they could never achieve it, so why aim so high if it's you're never going to make it anyways. That sort of belief there is what it talks about, that limiting beliefs, that sort of negative self-talk, that sort of your defeated mindset, even before you started. See, it's not about I'll give it a go and see how it happens. It's no, I've never achieved anything even close to that, so why even start now? And that style of thinking is the reason why we have so many people not reaching their potential. They're capping their growth. It means it's if you put a plant in a pot, it'll grow to that pot plant, right? You've restricted where it can grow, how much it can grow, the width, the depth, the height it'll even grow, because its roots need to be deeper for it to support it as it grows higher. And that's what we do. We put ourselves in these pot plants that restrict us. Some pot plants are bigger than others, so you might have a little bit more than others, but at the end of the day, we're still restricting the potential we have. You take that plant, you put it in a garden and watch it, how far its roots spread, how tall it grows, how wide it just continues to grow and blossom. And it's the same thing with people. When you remove these mental pot plants that we've put ourselves in, these fake, unrealistic restrictions, because realistically, we can achieve all these things. The only reason it's stopping us is the thoughts that we have. Just because somebody says that you'll never be that doesn't mean it's true. How many people have proven that person wrong that didn't listen to them based on the decision they made? And that's what Limitless is all about. It's about understanding the Limitless model, which is broken down to the 3 M's. The first M is mindset. Mindset to do with limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, the internal conversation you have with yourself, or that internal dialogue. The things that you say to yourself when you wake up, whenever you have you make a mistake. Is your self-talk, is it all it's okay, we're going to try again, you got this, you're a winner, you might fall down once, but you'll get up again? Or is your negative self-talk more along the lines of why'd you even try? This is why we don't attempt things. This is why we stay in our comfort zone. This is why we don't experiment or try anything new. Very different sorts of self-talk. And I always related to the example of that, if I had a child and I was speaking to that child, would I be saying the same things that I say to myself to that child? Because if not, maybe I should change it. Maybe I should look at the way that I'm looking at myself, because at the end of the day, we're parenting ourselves. We're nurturing and cultivating and growing ourselves, and part of that is the words that we speak to ourselves. So if I'm putting limiting beliefs on myself, but not limiting beliefs on a child, maybe I need to change the words that I'm saying to myself. Because I wouldn't say to that child, you're not good enough, you shouldn't try, this is why you shouldn't experiment, this is why you stay in your comfort zone, don't leave your lane. I'd say to that child, you can be and do anything you want to be. Don't you dare let anyone ever tell you that you're not good enough. Don't you dare let anyone ever tell you that you can't make it. Because that is not true. The only reason you won't make it is because you decide not to. But do I say that to myself? And that's what that mindset is about. It's about being aware of the self-talk you have and changing it to a self-talk that says that you can achieve anything you want, Harry. Don't you dare let anyone else tell you that you're not good enough. Don't you dare let anyone else say that you'll never make it, because you can. The only reason you can't make it, Harry, is because you decide not to. And that difference in self-talk, if I said that to myself every day, twice a day, what a difference it would be just by the end of the week. As part of the Limitless model is about understanding mindset, being aware of it. Second part of it is about understanding motivation. Motivation is the understanding that is what you need to make your mindset work. See, but it's not about just having a burst of intense motivation. It's about sustainable motivation. It's about that on day 3, day 4, day 5, week 5, week 6, week 7, month 8, month 9, month 10, at year 1, year 2, year 3, still having the motivation to get up and keep doing whatever it is you're doing, to keep pushing forward, to still be persistent. That's what it's talking about, motivation. Not these bursts of intensity, but long, sustainable, continuous motivation. Because when motivation needs to be able to meet your mindset, there's no point if you've got the mindset to be able to I can read 10 books in a week, but you don't have the motivation to start one. There's getting your mindset right is the first thing. It opens you up to the possibility of it again. You go back to that understanding that when you're a kid, anything you wanted to do, it's there was no restriction. You wanted to become race car driver. You wanted to become the king, queen, whatever you wanted to do. There was no limit to yourself. You didn't say, oh, that's beyond me. And that's what the first step is, open up mindset. Second step is about the motivation to make it happen. But if you don't have the motivation to become that race car driver, become that king or queen, that's where you're going to fall. And that's what it talks about, having that sustainable motivation to be able to get you there. The next thing is about methods. And methods is about understanding that, is the method you're using effective? Is it the best method for you? Because everyone learns differently, everyone applies things differently, everyone is better suited to certain tasks or certain environments. And it's about recognizing that method, utilizing that method, and applying it to yourself to be able to get the best out of yourself. See, because too many people basically work far too hard for such minimal results. And when you could be doing things differently, if, for example, for a long time there, we only had horse and cart to get around. That was the best we could do. And then nowadays we have planes and jets and, even space shuttles. So now it's about, we can get from point A to point B a lot more effectively, by using the right methods. See, there's what it talks about in the Limitless book is about understanding that when mindset and motivation meet, they intersect, they create inspiration. Because you have the mindset and you have the motivation, I can do this. This is possible. I'm going to make it happen. This is how I'm going to do it. That's where you get the motivation and the mindset put together, and you feel that inspiration. You feel compelled to do it. Second part is that when that motivation then intersects with method, you get implementation. So the motivation and the method cross, and then you understand, now I need to apply it. Now I need to take action. And so the combination of all three is when you feel inspired and you take action on that inspiration. It's what makes the difference between a wish and a plan and a goal that you're going to achieve. So then when you can understand that and put that all together, that is what it talks about the Limitless method. It's about having all three in check. You've got the mindset right, so you're open to the opportunity. You have the motivation, sustainable motivation to continue and follow out the task all the way through till you reach it. And the method which is most effective for you, that is working to your strengths and minimizing your weaknesses. Making sure you're basically working smarter instead of harder. So that you can then achieve all the things and all the potential that you are designed to achieve and you are deserving of. So to quickly summarize on all this one, Limitless is about achieving your full potential. It's about understanding the bad habits of shrinking goals and desires down into your mind is wrong. You need to start expanding your mind to fit in all the amazing opportunities that you could have. And understanding the Limitless model, the 3 M's, that the mindset, understanding how to have that mindset again, have to have that open mindset that Nothing is impossible. Anything that anyone else has achieved, you can achieve as well. Second thing is about having the motivation, sustainable motivation to be able to achieve it long term, to achieve it on, Monday, Tuesday is great, but when it hits Wednesday, Thursday, that you're still going to have the same motivation, still get up and get ready to do it. And then the other one there was about the method, understanding that having the right method that's most effective for you. If you're more of a reader, then, using a reading method, more of a listener, a listening method, more of a visual learner, a kinesthetic learner, then that too. It's about understanding what's going to work best for you. If you work better in this environment versus that environment, you work better in a team versus an individual, you work better, like self-managed, you work better if you're someone micromanages you. Utilizing those, the best method for you. Now, by following all of these philosophies in here, you'll understand the Limitless method and you'll be able to achieve your full potential. Now, we're making a lot more of these videos for this training series to help you with your personal development goals. That's all for now, though. So, until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most and look forward to sharing more with you in the next episode of Harry's Highlights.